Well, the route we're going to take today is going to be a little bit north and a little bit west out of our campsite. We've gone west before, we've gone south, and we've gone way north before. We're going to be a little bit closer camp, but we're still going to be going north and south. So we're going to go out of camp, and we're going to go by our little gut pile where we dump all our remains and stuff, and drive down this old white sandy road. And we're going to go by those turnoffs a little bit, and we find it gets a little bit too wet. So we come back and come over here. I was going to turn right and do a big loop, but the water looked too deep, so we come back down. I take a run in here and I check on the stand and come back out, and then we'll ride on down this little road and turn and come through the woods here. A little wet, not bad. Drop in and I go take a look at my neighbor's feeder and food plot, and then we come over and cut through this area here and down into another food plot, and we go in and kind of do a ride around, come back out, and then we'll go over and peek at this one. We're not going into it. Come back and we'll come over and go by my friend's food plot, a great big stand. I'm not going to do anything there, but just ride by, and then we'll come back out, follow this road out to a big water hole here, turn and go down to an area down here where there's a wire gap. And from here I'll point out that we got about 5/8 of a mile to the property line. It's probably about a mile up there to the reservoir, and it's you know, it's a couple of miles back here to camp. And so then we'll just head right straight back to camp, and it's like I said, it's a 2-mile ride drive back, and that'll be our ride for today. And I'd add up to around about 8 6/10 miles for the whole trip. So I hope you enjoy riding along with me today. Alright, we're off for another ride today. We're going to see how wet and muddy things may be out on our hunting lease property. Hopefully, maybe we'll see some wildlife. Yeah, this is our north gate out of camp, kind of like a back gate. We don't have to keep this one locked because it's not off a main road, but we need to keep it closed, keep the cattle from coming into camp. Because we do have cows over here in the pastures. Cows come walk around in here. Obviously you leave kind of a messy calling card behind them. There, I see an old jawbone out of a pig, it looks like. This is where dump all the fish carcasses and the deer and the hog carcasses and everything. It'll be here one night and be gone the next morning. Coyotes, raccoons, whatever, bobcats coming to eat it up. Buzzards. All this white sand you see in the road is kind of referred to as sugar sand. For some strange reason, this seems to be the only area that we have it here on our property. But when it dries up, it gets really soft, and you could get stuck in it fairly easy if you're not careful. This is going to be a little bit of a wet trip. I missed my turn. This keeps on going. It goes right down to the reservoir. Nobody uses this, so it's started to get overgrown. It's been a real wet season. It's January 4th, 2015 right now, and it's been a real wet season. But we're getting into a dry spell, and this water, all this water you're seeing, will dry up. All this tall weeds are trying to get here. Bad this is. Well, I know there's a deep spot in the center of that, and I think I'm going to take us a different route today. Yeah, there's water been in here. This has really gotten soft. I'd tried going through that water hole back there. I suspect that the water probably would have been up about my headlights in my four-wheeler. I'm sure I could have made it through, but I didn't feel like getting wet or muddy or even taking a chance of getting stuck in there. But it's got a fairly solid sand, hard sand bottom, so it's not too bad. At least it's not mucky or muddy. So we're taking a different route, no big deal, and with things dried up. In fact, we're in April now as I'm posting this video, and that water is down, and I can actually drive my Blazer through it. In fact, no longer have my four-wheeler, so we'll be making future videos with a GoPro attached to the windshield of my Chevy Blazer, and I'll be driving around that way. soggy. Where's my other hunting stand? And there's kind of a drainage area through here. And I had bush hog a trail all the way down around through there. It goes all the way back to that big water hole that we saw. Off to the right, one of our other members, actually is my neighbor, has a feeder site for deer. This used to be a food plot in there. This is where he parks. I'm going to take a we'll just take a, he won't mind. Take a ride through. I don't see anything down there, so it's probably we'll go walk and peek. Yeah, see, that's his feeder down there. We'll go drive around it. There's nothing here. There's about 3 acres fenced off here. It's the people that originally did it wanted to put a food plot in. Maybe they didn't fertilize it right or whatever, but they couldn't get anything growing in it, so they just abandoned it and gave up. Looks like cows have gotten in here. But that's his feeder there. And then his hunting stand right up there. That's where my son was when he got his first buck over here that we now have hanging on our fireplace. This area we're moving into here used to be all fenced off. They had 40 acres fenced off in here, and they call it the 40 acres area. They used to do a lot of bird hunting in here, and we're at the north end of it going across, and you'll see lanes kind of open down through there. Like there's one there. These all used to be clear, and they would hunt quail and dove in here. There's another one, go down through there, and another one through there. Wouldn't be surprised to see a deer jump out and run off. Big old spider up there. Yeah. Somebody's been trimming the bushes. It's too bad they can't pull them out of the way. Lane is the other side, very west side. There's the road. I got a big stand down at the other end of it. You may have seen at one of the other trips. We'll go this way. Leaseholder Charlie has a food plot and a feeder back here. And his deer are pretty much tame. If we're lucky, I can drive right in there, get off, walk around, the deer won't even run off. Oh, there's a deer down here. We'll see if he runs off or not. Oh, probably couldn't see it on the camera. There goes another one. Got a ladder stand here. This green one's the feeder that's working. The other one's an old one. It's a shame the deer aren't here. We have literally been in at working on that green feeder. Did a test spin with the corn and had the deer jump inside that fence. You can see it's not very big, and come right in there with us. When you look at what we're having to drive through here, both sides of the road, if the road wasn't here, it'd be almost impossible to get through here. But it's solid palmettos, and that's one of the reasons why we have the food plots and primarily the hog feeders, is to get the animals out of that stuff, because they can go up 20, 30 feet, lay down, and you cannot find them. So it's an issue of trying to recover whatever game that you might want to try and harvest. This whole area all through here is where the leaseholder and one of our other members, who actually was the previous leaseholder for the fishing lease, where they did all their bird hunting. They had pen-raised quail they'd bring out, set them loose, then let their dogs you know, come and flush them out. But the area is famous for being populated with diamondback rattlesnakes. So it's not one of my favorite places to be traipsing around in. That's supposed to be another good one off the left here. Unfortunately, nothing was ever planted this year. But there's about 3 acres in here too. Takes a lot of work. Across here. Yeah, there they go. Oh, there's a deer. There's two deer. See two deer right there? The one, he look at the back end, the one on the right. There's another one on the other side of the fence, just sideways. Oh, there they go. Well, we saw something. At least I did. He put up this year. That's nice. It's actually got a little heater up in it. It gets cold. The water in the reservoir, which you can see out there, has been a little high, and consequently this lower half of his food plots, you can see it's underwater. And I had to get some water here. Nice stand. You got an office chair in there. You could fall asleep sitting in that stand. And here I'm pointing out that our property continues past this gap about another 5/8 of a mile. And it'll go south to the left or probably about 1.75 miles. And then if we go the other way, it would be a mile to get back up to where the reservoir is. And then from here, we'll be heading back to camp, and that's a 2-mile drive back there. Creek line goes through there, so that's another place where the deer and pigs will hang out. Alright, now we're heading east. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so the sun's to my back. Hopefully the video will turn out a little bit better. Alright, so this is our setup. We got 2 shooting tables. I built those. Actually, my neighbor built this one out based off my design. It's good for either left or right hand shooters, so you can have your gun rest on one side and a spotting scope on the other side. Then we got a table here to set your gun on. These little jugs we use for collecting the brass, you know, so it's not scattered all over the place. Let's see what we got. Somebody's been shotgunning. That's good. The first target there is 25 yards. The one off to the left, past that sign somebody left behind, is 100 yards. And over top that gate, you see way back there's some little targets. That is 200 yards. There's another dirt pile off to the right. And that's a 300 yard, but not from here. I have another shooting shed over there, and that's a 300 yard range down to that dirt when these guys want to sight in their varmint rifles. And in this area here, we do clay pigeons with a shotgun. And in fact, I don't have my keys with me, I got it locked up, but we got a machine in there, sweeps back and forth, goes up and down, and a switch pedal so somebody can trip it and throw clay pigeon out wherever randomly, you know. So that's our this is our shooting range, one of the better ones I've seen on the ranch. Well, this pretty much concludes our 8.5 mile ride today. Hope you enjoyed riding along with me and seeing a little bit about what the wilds of Florida look like. If you like, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting more of these videos as soon as I can get them edited and compiled together.